Emma did not sleep all night. She was excited. Early in the morning, her father called her. "Come on, Emma, it's time to get up. It's a long way to the station." Emma got dressed and she was soon ready. She did not eat any breakfast. She was nervous. She was going to visit her aunt in Naira, and she was going alone on a train for the first time. Emma and her father left the village and began to walk to the station. It was a long way. They reached the station at midday. Soon the train came. It was nearly empty. Emma got in. She was frightened. It was her first journey away from home. "Your aunt will meet you at Naira," her father said. "Be careful now, Emma. Don't talk to any strangers." The train started suddenly, and soon it was going fast. Emma watched her father. He looked smaller and smaller. Then he disappeared. The train journey was very long. Emma looked out of the window. The fields, trees, villages, and animals rushed past. After a long time, she began to feel sleepy. She was very tired. Slowly, she fell asleep. Later, Emma woke up. It was dark outside. She felt small and lost. She was a long way from her village and her father. There was a man in the carriage with her now. He had an ugly face and he was very big and strong. His hair was very short. He looked bad and dangerous. The man smiled at Emma. "Hello," he said. "You're awake now, are you? Where are you going?" Emma remembered her father's words. She did not say anything. "Are you going to Polona?" asked the man. Emma was surprised. "No, to Naira," she said. "Naira?" said the man. "But we passed Naira 2 hours ago. You were asleep." Emma wanted to cry. She sat very still. It was warm in the carriage, but Emma felt cold. "We've passed Naira?" she asked. "Yes," said the man. Emma thought of the journey back to Naira. How much did it cost? She did not have any money. She thought of her aunt at Naira station. "Don't worry," said the man. "I'll help you. What's your name?" "Emma," she said. "My name is Jack," said the man. "You can trust me, Emma." Emma looked at Jack again. He was very ugly. He had a long scar on his face, and he looked dangerous. But he seemed kind. Was he good or bad? Emma did not know. The train began to slow down. Jack got up and looked out of the window. Emma saw a newspaper on Jack's seat. There was a photograph on the back page. It was Jack's photograph. Above the photograph was a headline. "This man is a dangerous fighter." Now Emma was sure Jack was a bad man and dangerous too. He was a criminal. Emma must be careful. She must get away from him quickly. Jack left the window. "We're coming into Polona now," he said. "Stay with me. I'll help you." The train stopped. Emma jumped up and ran to the door. She wanted to run away. The door was very heavy. She could not open it. "I'll open it," he said. At the station, an official stopped her. "Where is your ticket?" "This ticket is for Naira. I fell asleep. I passed Naira. I haven't got any money." "I'll pay," said Jack. "Thank you, sir. Come with me, Emma." Emma wanted to run away, but she was frightened of Jack. She was tired and lost. Polona was a big town. Emma did not know anybody there. Jack called a taxi. "Get in, Emma," he said. Emma got in the taxi. "Boxer Hotel," Jack said to the driver. The taxi went a long way. The streets of Polona were wide and busy. There were lots of cars, shops, and people. The taxi turned into a small dark street and stopped. Jack got out and paid the taxi driver. Emma looked up and down the street. "Come on, Emma," said Jack. Emma could not run away. She was weak and slow. Jack was big and strong. She followed Jack into the hotel. There was a cafe inside the hotel. It did not look very clean. Two men were drinking and playing cards. They saw Jack. One of them said, "Hello, Jack, me. Come and have a drink. Who's the pretty girl?" Jack took off his coat and sat down. "Hello, Tino. Hello, Bub," he said. "This is Emma. She's lost." The men looked at Emma and laughed. "Lost, is she?" said Tino. "Poor Emma. You're a lucky man, Jack. Have a drink." Jack gave Emma a chair. She sat down and looked at the men. Tino had a mustache. Bubs did not have any front teeth. They looked tough. The men were drinking. Tino gave Emma a glass. "Come on, Emma," he said. "Drink some wine." Emma pushed the glass away. She thought, "I mustn't eat or drink anything. These men will give me a drug. Then I will fall asleep." Jack called the waiter. "Bring some dinner," he said. "Bring some good hot food." The waiter came with the food. Bubs put some of the food on a plate and gave it to Emma. It looked good and smelled delicious. Emma forgot about drugs and began to eat. She ate quickly and finished everything. She put her spoon down. The men were looking at her. They laughed. Emma was very frightened again. "Come on, Emma," said Jack. "You're tired. You must go to bed now." He took her arm. "Lock her door," Jack said. "There are bad men in Polona. You must keep her safe." Bubs laughed. "Good night, Emma," he said. Jack took Emma upstairs and into a bedroom. Her heart was beating fast. "Good night, Emma," said Jack. He smiled at her. "Don't worry, you are safe here." Emma did not say anything. Jack seemed kind, but she remembered the newspaper. Jack was dangerous, and his friends looked dangerous too. She must escape. Jack went out of the room and shut the door. He locked it and went downstairs. Emma sat on the bed and cried. Downstairs, the men drank and played cards. Emma heard their voices. They were laughing. After a long time, she fell asleep. Emma woke late. The sun was shining. She looked out of the window. The waiter was sitting outside in the street. He was smoking a cigarette and reading a newspaper. Emma looked around the room. It was dirty. There was some old paper on the floor. In one corner, there was a small table with some things on it. Emma had an idea. There was a bureau on the table. She took the bureau and picked up a piece of paper from the floor. She wrote, "Please help me. I want to go to Naira. My aunt is waiting for me there. I must escape. I have no money and no friends. Emma." She threw the note out of the window. The waiter picked it up. He read the note. He looked up and saw her. He smiled at her and went into the hotel. Emma heard voices outside her room. Somebody unlocked the door. The waiter came in. There was somebody on the stairs behind him. "It's a policeman," thought Emma. "He's brought a policeman." She ran forward, but it was Jack. He was holding her note in his hand. "Good afternoon, Emma," said Jack. "You've slept very late. You must be hungry. Come and have some food. We're going soon." The waiter smiled at Jack. Emma understood. The waiter did not want to help her. He and Jack were friends. Emma went downstairs with Jack, and they gave her some food, but she was not hungry. She did not eat or drink anything. Jack went outside into the street. Emma heard voices. Jack was talking to a man. What were they planning? Jack came inside again. "Come on, Emma, we must go now," he said. A taxi was waiting outside. Emma and Jack got in. "Where are we going?" Emma asked. Jack looked at her. "I'll take you to your aunt later," he said. "First, I have an important job to do." Jack smiled. The smile twisted his face. He looked very ugly. Soon the taxi stopped. Jack and Emma got out. They were outside a big building. There was a notice outside. Emma understood now. Jack was a boxer. Dangerous fighter meant good boxer. Jack was not a criminal. Emma followed Jack into the building. It was a very big hall. There were seats on all sides. In the middle was the boxing ring. Tino and Bubs were waiting for them. "Stay here, Emma," said Jack. "Tino and Bubs will look after you. I must go now." Tino and Bubs shook Jack's hand. "Good luck, Jack," said Bubs. "You'll win all right," said Tino. Emma smiled at Jack for the first time. "Good luck, Jack," she said. Tino and Bubs took Emma to a seat beside the ring. Tino sat on one side of her, and Bubs sat on the other. Emma sat quietly and waited. The two men talked excitedly. "Jack's going to win," said Tino. "Of course he'll win," said Bubs. "He's the best fighter in the country." Emma listened. "Everybody wants him to win," said Tino. "Everybody likes him." "That's right," said Bubs. "Jack's a great boxer, and he's a good man too." "I know a story about Jack," said Tino. "One night he was asleep in bed. He heard shouts in the street, and he looked outside. A house was on fire. He ran outside. There was a child in the burning house. He went inside and saved the child, but he was badly hurt. His face was burned, and he got a bad scar." "Poor Jack," said Bubs. "That's why he's so ugly." They both laughed. Emma was listening quietly. She now understood everything. She was safe with Jack. She felt sorry for him. "Is the fight going to start soon?" she asked. "Yes, of course," said Tino. "It will start very soon." The hall was full of people now. Boys were selling cigarettes and sweets. Everybody was laughing and joking. The referee was waiting in the ring. The audience was excited now. "Jack! Jack! We want Jack!" they shouted. Jack climbed into the ring. He was wearing short trousers and big boxing gloves. He raised both hands in the air. The crowd was clapping. "Jack! Jack! Jack!" they shouted. The other fighter climbed into the ring. He was very big and strong. "Here comes Danny," said Tino. "He's a very good fighter." Emma was worried. "Don't you worry, Emma," said Bubs. "Jack's the best fighter in the country." The referee called the two boxers to the center of the ring. He spoke to them quietly for a few moments. Then Jack and Danny shook hands. The two fighters went back to their corners and waited. A bell rang, and the fight began. Danny was younger than Jack, but he was a good fighter. He moved fast. He tried to hit Jack, but Jack jumped away every time. Jack's arms were long. He moved very quickly. He hit Danny hard many times. Emma was very excited. Her hands held the seat tightly. It was a long fight. Jack moved quickly. He hit Danny often, but Danny did not fall down. Jack was getting tired. He was moving more slowly. Emma was worried. The crowd was shouting, "Jack! Jack! Come on, Jack! Watch out!" Tino and Bubs were shouting too. Danny hit Jack's face hard. Blood came out of Jack's nose, and one of his eyes was nearly closed. But Jack did not stop. He ran forward and hit Danny with all his strength. Danny fell over and lay still. The referee started to count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Danny did not move. 5, 6, 7. Danny tried to get up. He could not. 8, 9, 10. Danny lay still. The fight was over. Jack was the winner. Emma was laughing and clapping. "Well done, Jack! Well done, Jack!" she shouted. But nobody heard her. Everybody was shouting, "Jack! We want Jack! We want Jack!" Tino and Bubs took Emma to the dressing room. "Jack," he said, resting. "Hello, Jack," said Emma. "You were great." Jack was surprised. "Hello, Emma," he said. "You're different now. You didn't talk to me before." "I'm sorry, Jack," said Emma. "I was frightened." "I know," said Jack. "I'm big and ugly, and you were frightened, but I'm not a criminal." "Emma," she said again, "I was wrong. I'm not frightened now." Jack was pleased. "Come on, Emma," he said. "We'll go to Naira now. Your aunt is waiting for you." Emma said goodbye to Tino and Bubs. She got into a taxi with Jack. It was a long way to Naira, and Emma asked Jack many questions. They talked and talked and talked. They reached Naira at night. It was dark. Jack knew Naira. He quickly found Emma's aunt's house. They knocked on the door. Emma's aunt was standing in the doorway. She was crying. "Oh, Emma, Emma," she said. "Thank God you are here at last." Then she saw Jack. He looked terrible. His face was cut and bruised after the fight. "Emma," she said, "who is this man?" "Auntie," Emma said, "don't be angry. This is Jack. I fell asleep on the train. I passed Naira station. Jack helped me. He took me to a hotel and brought me to Naira in a taxi." Emma's aunt looked at Jack again. "Wait a minute," she said. She ran inside and came back with a newspaper. Jack's photograph was on the back page. "Are you Jack the boxer?" she asked. "Yes, I am," said Jack. Emma's aunt was pleased. Jack was famous. He was a great man. Everybody knew him. "Come in, Jack," she said. "Please sit down. Will you have some tea?" Emma sat in the room with her aunt and Jack. She did not say anything. She felt very happy. Emma's aunt asked Jack many questions. She laughed a lot. She liked him. It was getting very late. "I must go now," Emma said. "Can I come and see you again?" Jack asked. "Yes," Emma said. She smiled at him.